Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's dive into a story that's been buzzing around NFL circles. Speculation about a blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC East and provide the Giants with a seriously game-changing addition on defense. We're talking about the possibility of the Detroit Lions moving Aiden Hutchinson to the New York Giants, and the implications are massive. It's a rumor that's gaining traction, and when you look at the numbers and the current state of both teams, it's easy to see why this could be a match made in heaven for the Giants. Let's start with Hutchinson himself. The guy is a relentless edge rusher, a true pass-rushing machine who's been a cornerstone for the Lions since he was drafted 4 years ago. Over his career, Hutchinson has accumulated over 100 tackles and more than 30 sacks, which is no small feat. In terms of advanced stats, he boasts a PFF grade of 87.0, a win rate of around 25%, and has generated over 120 pressures. For the Giants, who have struggled to generate consistent pressure on the quarterback, adding a player like Hutchinson could be a game changer. His ability to rack up sacks and pressure the pocket would give the Giants pass rush an immediate boost, especially considering they've been hovering around 20 total sacks so far this season, which clearly isn't enough for a team that's desperately trying to turn the page on their defensive struggles. In 2025, Hutchinson played 10 games, recording 14 solo tackles and 7 assisted, with 7 sacks, totaling 56. 5 yards lost, along with 4 forced fumbles and 1 fumble recovery. His EPA versus the pass stands at -0.18, and he faces double teams about 30% of the time. These are impressive numbers, especially for a young player still in the prime of his career. Hutchinson's style reminds many of Nick Bosa's legacy with the 49ers, an edge rusher who can consistently generate chaos, disrupt timing, and force turnovers. His presence on defense could elevate the Giants' entire front seven, helping them turn their fortunes around in what's been a tough season so far. Now, shifting gears to the other side of this potential trade, the Detroit Lions. They're a team with a solid defense, allowing just 21.6 points per game, but they have some issues that make this trade appealing. Their defense struggles a bit on third down, giving up conversions at a 36% rate, and they're also in need of cap space to re-sign or extend key players, especially in the secondary. Trading Hutchinson would free up around $12 million in cap space, which could be vital for the Lions as they look to lock down their core, especially with younger players like McNeil rising and needing new deals. Plus, Detroit's front line has been effective, but they're also aware that sustaining such pressure requires depth, and losing Hutchinson might expose some vulnerabilities. From the Giants' perspective, this trade makes a ton of sense. The team is sitting at 2-9, and their defense has been a sieve at times, allowing 20 sacks overall and struggling to get consistent pressure on the quarterback. Adding Hutchinson could immediately give them a boost of around 10 more sacks this season, which would be a significant increase. Not only that, but his presence could raise pressures by over 20%, which is huge for a team that needs to create more chaos in the backfield. His addition would help reduce the opponent's rushing yards per game, currently around 130, which is too high, and push that number down to closer to 95. His ability to generate pressure and pressure the quarterback would also help the Giants' secondary, allowing them to focus less on blitzing and more on coverage. This trade could also be a strategic move for the Giants to complement their existing edge rusher, Kayvon Thibodeaux. When you combine Hutchinson's relentless style with Thibodeaux's explosiveness, the Giants could form one of the most dangerous pass-rushing duos in the league. This duo could turn the tide in close games, especially in the NFC East, where quarterback pressure is often the key to victory. Imagine Hutchinson's ability to generate sacks and force turnovers, combined with Thibodeaux's speed and agility. They could become a nightmare for any offensive line. And let's talk about the bigger picture. This move could be a catalyst for a defensive renaissance in New York. The Giants have been looking for ways to build a dominant pass rush, and if this trade goes through, it could serve as the cornerstone of a revamped defense that's capable of making big plays and turning games around. A similar move in recent years, like the trade for Montez Sweat, showed how acquiring a talented pass rusher can solidify a defense and give the team a real X-factor, especially in critical moments like playoff push scenarios. The odds of this happening aren't insurmountable either. Right now, the Giants have odds at plus 50, 0 for a Super Bowl. But if they land Hutchinson, those odds could jump significantly, potentially doubling or tripling their chances, especially if it ignites a more aggressive, fearsome pass rush. The NFC East is a division where games are often decided by small margins, and having a player of Hutchinson's caliber could be the difference maker in close contests, especially against top teams like the Eagles, who currently boast an 8-2 record and are looking to maintain their dominance. Of course, there are questions and risks involved. Detroit would need to weigh the benefits of freeing up cap space and acquiring a future pick, likely a second-rounder in 2026, against the loss of a proven playmaker. They might also be concerned about how losing Hutchinson could impact their defensive consistency and depth, especially in a rebuild phase. But for the Giants, this move could be a step toward igniting a dormant defense and creating a pass rush that opponents dread. The potential of pairing Hutchinson with Kayvon Thibodeaux could set the stage for a new era of Giants football, one where pressure and turnovers become the norm. In conclusion, this speculation about Aiden Hutchinson heading to the Giants isn't just a pipe dream. It's rooted in solid analysis and current team needs. The Giants are in desperate need of a spark on defense, and Hutchinson could be the catalyst that transforms their season from one of frustration to one of possibility. With his ability to sack the quarterback, pressure the offensive line, and create turnovers, Hutchinson could become the centerpiece of a defensive overhaul that elevates the Giants back into playoff contention and beyond. The NFC East is wide open this year, and a move like this could be the final piece of the puzzle to make a deep playoff run and challenge the division rivals, especially the Eagles and Cowboys, who are always lurking in the background. Now, whether this trade materializes or not, it's clear that both teams see something valuable in this potential swap. For the Giants, it's about taking a leap forward, adding a proven disruptive force, and giving their fans a reason to believe again in a defense that can carry them to victory. For Detroit, it's about managing their cap, building for the future, and ensuring they stay competitive without sacrificing long-term flexibility. But for us, as Giants fans, the hope is that this rumor turns into reality, and we get to see Hutchinson don the blue and red, bringing that relentless edge rush we've been craving all season long. It's a fascinating storyline to follow, and if it happens, it could be one of the most impactful moves for the Giants in recent memory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Hutchinson would be the perfect fit to turn this defense around? Or do you believe the Giants should focus on other areas first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.